Shalom, Yashrala. This is your brother WW3 from GMS Tampa Bay 07, coming at you with this here truth again. First and foremost, I want to give all praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rachah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone that taught me this truth and that rule well. A salutation and much love for you. I can push this truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions. All right, we're going to jump into, I believe this is the final article in this here series of lessons I'm doing, all right? Dealing with Russia being a guard and the ramp up of World War III, all right? So this here article says Russia to hold the biggest military drill since Soviet times, defense minister. Says Russia is preparing to hold the largest military exercise in decades. The drill in which China, Mongolia will participate as well will be of an unprecedented scale, the Russian defense minister Sergei Shoigu said. A series of drills in which will hold a joint title Vosk 2018 will take place in Russia, Siberia, and Far East, and will be of unprecedented scale when it comes to both geographical coverage to the total number of troops and forces taking part in it, the Russian defense minister added. The Sergei guy said that the drills will be bigger than the biggest training exercise in Soviet history, held back in 1881 in territory of Belarus, Ukraine, 3 Baltic republics, as well as some countries in the Warsaw Pact. Okay, so as we see here, Russia is ramping up. You know what I'm saying? They preparing with their largest military drill. All right, now you have to understand these drills cost money. All right, they not just going out here to practice for nothing. You know, it's just like if you NBA team or whatever team, you know what I'm saying, you want to go out and practice. You know, you got to go rent your little place of practice, and you know what I'm saying? If you got your own place, you know, you got to pay for air conditioning, you got to pay for lighting, electricity, water, and so on and so forth, you know? Same with this. They doing military drills. They got to pay, first of all, to transport all that equipment from point A to point B and to get it back to where it was stored at, all right? Then they got to fuel all that equipment up. Then they got to fuel all those soldiers up with food and water, all right? Then they got to, you know what I'm saying? All that shit costs money. All right, they're not just doing it, and then all the rounds that they're gonna be spending, you know, as far as using it in their drills, all those different rounds they're gonna be firing off, you know, all that shit costs money. All right, so please believe that they're not doing this shit just because, fuck it, we got it, let's just go out and have fun with the shit. Nah, they're doing this in preparation for what? World War III, and they're having the biggest military drill since Soviet times. All right, since the Soviet Union was around. All right, so why are they amping up with all these? Is a multinational military drill of unprecedented size and scale, you know, and it's going to take over a large how do I say, area. All right, so this is how do I say, simulating World War III, basically. You know, this is what they're ramping up for, preparing for the whole globe. Anybody with the military is making advancements in their military, and B, doing military drills, and C, making pacts with other countries. All right, they getting squatted up right now. You know, you see them doing their thing. They loading up their shit, bro. So like they getting ready to throw down. They getting ready to bang. All right. It says the total number of troops that are expected to take part in the drills has not been revealed yet. China has already confirmed that it will send 3,000 troops to join the Russian forces during the drills. However, during the drills, more than 900 pieces of military hardware, as well as 30 warplanes, and helicopters will be deployed to Russia as part of the exercise, the Chinese defense minister said. The forthcoming drills are apparently poised to exceed the scale of the Zapad 2017 exercise, which Russia staged last year, provoking an excessively nervous reaction to the West. All right, now I believe this was the drill that they did where they had wound up getting like 40,000, might not even been 40,000, might have been more than that, but they wound up getting a huge population of people into like nuclear bunkers, you know what I'm saying? Whereas like that was one of the things that was kind of in the news, not the mainstream news, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, what the fuck? Russia's serious about this shit. Why America ain't doing this shit? You know, they in the threats of all this nuclear war right now, and they ain't telling these people to do nothing. They got the people out there talking about, hey man, go keep up with the Kardashians, you know, go watch that shit and watch some TMZ. You know, don't worry about this, you know. It says those drills, which involve some 12,700 troops, 70 military aircrafts, 10 ships, and more than 680 ground vehicles, sparked accusations that Russia had surpassed the declared number of troops participating. All right, and even more alarming claim that the drills were or cover for an invasion of neighboring countries. All right, so what if they want to practice that anyway? Like, what do you think America's doing? They don't really just practice it, they just do it. Or they practice it by doing it to other countries, you know? Like, they practice basically martial law shutting down America where? In Iraq. All right, that's what that Iraqi deal was. It was a practice ground for that, all right? But see, Russia can't even do this on their own territory, you know, without being accused. And they got to get permission to have a certain amount of people over there. You know what I'm saying? Why can't they have however many troops they want to have and do whatever they want to do in their own territory? All right. The Zapad war games, despite their defensive nature, again, defensive, they defending themselves, not an invasion. Invasion meaning you going out to go get some shit. You being a defensive meaning you trying to repel the invasion coming in. All right. It says the Zapad war games, despite their defensive nature, were widely used by NATO officials and the media to fuel Russian aggression. Propaganda, you know, they just spreading lies about them, all right? Whenever somebody's trying to defend themselves from America, they guys, oh no, they trying to kill us. They trying to kill us. Like, nah, nobody's trying to kill you. They trying to defend themselves from you coming over here raping and pillaging their shit, man. It says this, let me just read it again. The Zapad war games, despite their defensive nature, were widely used by NATO officials and media to fuel Russian aggressive narrative and to further justify NATO's buildup in Eastern Europe. In response to the drills, Poland hosted a so-called National Dragon 17 exercise involving contingents from the US, the UK, Germany, Lithuania, Latvia, Slovakia, Italy, Bulgaria, Romania, Georgia, and the Ukraine. Man, there's a lot of people, man, bruh. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, yo, we definitely going into World War III with all these countries. I mean, this is how America roll anyway, because you see, they had, I believe it was like 36 or 37 different nations that invaded Iraq. You know what I'm saying? America and their allies. It's like America and like 35 other countries invaded Iraq. You know, they couldn't do it by themselves. Well, they probably could have, but, hey, man, they just bombarded their ass, you know? It says the number of troops involved in Dragon 17 exceeded those of the Zapad 2017 contingent, with some 17,000 servicemen and 3,500 hardware pieces involved. It says NATO also continues to intensify its own military drills on Russia's doorstep. You see, but Russia can't say shit about this. It's not that NATO or Russia is conducting drills on America's doorstep, like right there on the border of Canada or right there on the border of Mexico. No, Russia them is conducting drills on their own, basically on their own territory, in their own backyard. Between them and their partners, like, yo, we live in the cul-de-sac. It's me and two other houses. They my partners, right? We built this little shit. But you telling us we can't have a big-ass block party where it's only our three houses in the cul-de-sac and it's the three of us hosting the party. And your ass live in two other states all the way on a whole nother continent, on a whole nother planet, trying to tell us some shit. You see what I'm saying? The hypocrisy of America, man. It says NATO also continues to intensify its own military drills on Russian doorsteps. Yeah, you got Russia completely surrounded with all your NATO bases surrounding them. All right. And in June, more than 18,000 soldiers from 19 countries took part in 2-week saber strike exercise held in Poland and the Baltic states. On Monday, Latvia launched the biggest military exercise ever staged since it gained its independence. The drills also involved troops from more than a dozen of other NATO states. So the hypocrisy here of America, you know, not like I said, Russia is conducting these drills with their own allies in their own territory, on their hemisphere, right in their backyard. But America is over here having their largest military drills right here on Russia's borders. All right, and you can't be afraid. You not to say afraid. You can't be circumspect about that, bruh. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh wait. It's like, you know, you got a sign in your yard saying no trespassing. You know what I'm saying? You got a fence up, no trespassing. Cool, I got you. I go on your property. You can call the police. I get arrested for trespassing. I get it, right? But at the same time, I can't say shit about you outside of my window wearing all black with a ski mask on with a little duffel bag. You know what I'm saying? I see you trying to break into my shit, cutting some wire. I see you out there with all the shit. You and your partners with your little van. Y'all all around my house and shit. But the moment I call the police and try to tell the police, yo, I think somebody's trying to break in my house. Now I'm going to jail for making, you harassing them. Wait a minute. How am I harassing you when you don't even live on this block? You on my block, inside of my fence, up on my windows with black ski masks and black hoodies on, with some wire cutters trying to cut the damn power line. You know what I'm saying? Like, wait a minute. Hold up, bro. Like, this, and then you gonna call me out on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you saying I'm harassing you, when in fact you surrounded my house. All right, this is the hypocrisy and the bullshitness of America. You know. I think that's the end of this here article. Yeah, with that, I'm gonna go ahead and close out on this here article, and I'm gonna come back with the with some scriptures. All right. Lord willingness was edifying. Until next time, I say, call halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone that taught me this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for you, Aki, and pushing this truth and sincerity in the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions. Stay strong. Shalom.